Oh, good morning. Oh my goodness. Good morning. Welcome back to the channel. It's a beautiful day to be waking up this morning because your girl is 6 years sober as of yesterday. But we finished 6 years sobriety. I cannot believe I actually have made it this far. But I'm here, and I'm here to tell my story. I'll sit down and tell you guys a little story, and then we're gonna actually clean my house today. So make sure you guys like, share, subscribe to my channel, and we'll get right into this video. So I got a yard, I got a house, I got 2 vehicles. One's Matt's. Everything inside of this house, just beauty. And it's all because I decided that I wanted to get my life together and I wanted to be a family with somebody. I wanted to start a family and thrive. And that is exactly what I'm doing. If you're watching this video, if anybody is watching this video and they were where I was 6 years ago, which was down in the dirt, drugged, no money, no house, no car, selling everything, working my butt off to make sure that I can just survive. Still am. But we have a purpose today, like we didn't 6 years ago. And if that's you, and you happen to stumble across this video, this is literally your sign. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to my channel. We're gonna just get right into this. So let me just put into context, like, what my life was like 6 years ago, okay? So, I was an active user, if you know what that means, off of hard stuff, and all of it, anything that I could put my hands on, injecting things into my body. I had a son who had so much purpose in life, but I was giving no opportunity for him to grow at the time, and I knew that. I was hopeless. I was working a job 40 hours a week just to pay my bills, but I was not money manageable, so everything went to the one thing that I thought would numb me, and did for a long time. I was peer pressured. I wanted to quit every single day. I wanted to get better every day. I knew that I was worthy of so much more back then, but I struggled a lot, and I was self-conscious. I had picked at my face because I struggled with acne. So when I was using, I thought that my acne was acting up, which it could have been, but I think I was just being too particular and looking at myself too much. And I destroyed my skin with my fingernails and my hands from head to toe. I didn't want to be seen. I didn't talk to my family. I was 2 hours away from my family. I just wanted a better life. That's all I wanted. I just wanted to be better. That's all. I wanted to give my son the best life that I could give him. And this time of the year is my favorite. It's fall. It's October is just a very spiritual month for me. I was born in October, and I almost did not survive. My mom shared a story when I was old enough and told me that the umbilical cord was wrapped around my neck, and I was very, very, very sick on top of it. So nobody thought that I was going to survive. And the delivery was traumatizing for my mom. And I came out deceased. I mean, I was not breathing on my own. And the nurse had a couple nurses for hours switched on and off and pumped air into my lungs for 2 hours into my little body until I had a flight lift to Ann Arbor where my life was saved, and I took my first breath in the helicopter. God knew then that my life was worth saving, and God knew in the fall of 2019 that my life was worth saving, or I wasn't gonna have one. And I thank him every single day for giving me the life that I have now. It's nowhere near perfect, but we're getting there. We're getting to a good spot in my life. 6 years ago today, I decided that I didn't want to be a statistic. I didn't want to be another overdose. I didn't want to just be another forgotten, lost soul. And I wanted better for my life, and I knew that I deserved better. And so on October 10th, actually, so it was yesterday, I chose to get rid of everything and just start a new life. So today, 6 years ago, on 10/11, I woke up with a whole new mindset that stuck with me until this very day. I thank God for what he did, because I got sober on October 10th of 2019. I moved. I found out I was pregnant on New Year's Eve, so I moved downstate with my family, and I begged my mom's friend to let me, begged anybody to let me come down there and just start a life. And I thank him every single day for allowing me to give me that chance, because if it wasn't for him doing that, I don't know, honestly, what would have happened to me. I moved downstate with my family, and COVID happened, which was perfect. I found out I was pregnant actually December. So at this point, I am 2 months sober, and I found out I was pregnant. And I knew, I'm like, this is a baby that is innocent. I knew right then that my life was going to change. And I'm so thankful that I found out I was pregnant when I did, because it changed my life. Carter changed my whole life around. And so did Cash, but in his own way. But that's why you have children. I feel like God put my kids in my life at specific times for a specific reason, and I see now. But in March of 2020, COVID happened, and so I'm, 5 months, 6 months sober, and I'm like, okay, cool, we're getting a bunch of money. So I started to research how to manage my money, and I did, and I saved up every dollar I could. I bought a car. I moved in with some bad people who actually stole thousands of dollars from me, but I got away from that, and I started over again. And I became homeless over a crazy situation, but I feel like that is what I needed to change my life. And I feel like if it wasn't for me being homeless and being stuck in a shelter at La Casa, I wouldn't be here either, because La Casa showed me how to live on my own and to survive in classes and how to save money and how to manage life and work balance and everything that I didn't know I needed, quite literally. I knew I wanted to do better in my career. I wanted to be somebody one day. I wanted to be a YouTuber. I wanted to just do something. And I met Matt at the most perfect time. I was sober. I was getting into my own place. I had goals set. And it was perfect. And we saved up money. We bought this house. And I don't think I've ever looked back. I don't think I've ever looked back. I am glad that on that day, 6 years ago, yesterday, I made that decision. And it was because I wanted to give my kid a good Halloween. So it was the weekend at this time 6 years ago. And where I lived, there was a little campsite area where every weekend they would decorate their campsite and have a trick or treat with all the campers. So I dressed Cash up. We walked for like a half an hour to get to this place because we didn't have a car. And we got there and everything was just beautiful. Like I love Halloween, okay? I came home on Halloween because of everything that happened to me in the hospital when I was born. I had to stay in an incubator for 10 days. So my first day at home in the real world with my mom finally was on Halloween. I've always had just this love always for it. And when we got to this campsite or this campground, it was beautiful. It was beautiful, okay? And all I seen was people loving each other. Conversation, and I was isolated. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I looked like shit. So I dressed up and nobody knew who I was, which was awesome too. And I could be basically whoever I wanted to be. And I seen people communicating and I seen kids running around and being happy. And I was like, I want this so bad for me and my children. And thankfully, their dad, who I was with, went away for certain reasons that he needed to get better. And I took that as a chance to get away from him and just not like he was, not like, he did destroy my life, but be nice to him. I took that as an opportunity to change my whole life. And I think about that day every single time around this year, and I'm just like, thank you, God, for giving me that thought, giving me that opportunity to be here right now, because I have lost so many friends to just the sickness, and it's bad. And when I say I have lost so many friends, here's what I mean. So many. So if you're reading this, if you're watching this, if you stumble across this, it was for a reason. Please pray for your people, pray for yourself, and just be positive. Believe. That's all. Just believe. Because if you do, your whole life is going to change. Just like mine did. But anyway, this was only supposed to be a couple minutes long, and it ended up being 13 minutes. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to the channel. We'll clean the house in a different video.